up this road, right to this yellow box. Backed the van up to this yellow box. And that's where the murder of Cindy Schaefer occurred, was right here. The lead detective's on this case, and it was so traumatizing to him that he ended up writing a 10-page suicide letter stating that his biggest fears were these guys were going to somehow get out of prison and be able to chase young girls again. Shouldn't be forgotten. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'll be coming back up here again soon to do the next story. Okay, guys, we're finally starting to do episode number 2 of the Bittaker and Norris murders. Going down Sierra Madre. This is the street I used to live on. Here's the sign right here from Sierra Madre to Glendora Mountain Road that they would have seen coming up here today, filled with hikers, bikers, bicyclists, all that type of stuff. All people that basically probably have no idea of what occurred up here in the 70s. This is the exact drive that they would have been taking in that old van after they would abduct these young women. This is what they would be seeing driving up here. Forest Service station right there. Another hiker, jogger, whatever, coming up here getting some exercise. But all these people have no idea the things that had occurred, the Bittaker and Norris crimes that were going on up here. Show you something. This might look familiar. This is from the first video. It would have still been continuing to travel along this way. However, this gate right there, that gate right there, is where they had taken their first victim. Now this second victim, his name was Andrea Hall. They took her past that spot. They didn't want to go to that location for whatever reason. I don't know if they didn't feel comfortable there for the second victim or what, but they didn't want to take her to that location. So they continued up the road, according to my calculations, mapping it out on maps and GPS and comparing photos from the old to the new. They went 4 miles. Now this location right up here, behind these trees, there's a location right up there that I will be doing in the next video. That is another significant spot in the case that occurred during this series of abductions and homicides. But as you can see, they continued along the road here. I'm going to shut this off for a minute, and I will restart it when we hit the location. We have about another 3.5 miles of mountainous terrain like this. Okay guys, So this is the location. According to reports, Andrea Hall was actually taken to 3 separate locations during her ordeal. The 3rd location was this area, this turnoff right here. Bittaker told Norris to leave and go back down the hill to get some drinks and supplies or whatever. And he left, Norris left Bittaker up here with Andrea Hall. They apparently walked up this area right up in here. Like there used to be a little bit of a trail right here, apparently. I'm gonna check it out right now and probably restart the video to see if I can actually see if I can get up there. This was, according to the pictures, when I look at it, the brush wasn't quite as thick back then. It's heavily brushed right now. Now if you see that trail right there, that road with that white gate right there, I don't know if you could tell, if you could see it, that's the lower Monroe Truck Trail. Leads all the way down to the city. That has significance because the other 2 victims would have been taken just down past lower Monroe Truck Trail to the upper Monroe Truck Trail, which is just down around that corner. That'll be coming up in a future video. Alright, let me stop this for a second, see if I can get up on this little area right there. Okay guys, back on again. I was able to climb up the side of this little area right here. And you do see a very, very small little clearing right here. It matches with all the research that I've done. Just, it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching. See, this is a little overgrown area here, but the brush hasn't burned up here in years and years. But if you get back here, you can see that there was a bit of a, very little bit of a clearing right here. Very little bit of a clearing right here. This would have been the location of Andrea Hall's murder. Her body been thrown over the side in this area. I believe right down there. You can see, I don't know if you can see, there's a road maintenance station right over there. I'm not sure if that was there at the time. According to the pictures that I see, it looks like it was there. That road maintenance division. But it's, nobody even stays there. It's not even occupied. They just have that for extra equipment. But you can see this is all heavily grown up. This is indeed a little clearing that matches to that other documentary that was done, and to also photos. I hope she can rest. I hope she can rest along with the others, because it's just terrible. Having been up here all alone, as you can see, it's absolutely quiet. You're miles and miles from anybody or anything. Nobody would hear you at all up here. Okay guys, signing off. Okay guys, just giving you another perspective Looking right there is where we just came from. That little rise in that little hill. You can barely make out a little bit of marking down where there's a little bit of dirt. That's that little raised area that Andrea Hall would have walked up and gone up just to the little peak of that area. After her homicide, she would have been thrown off the other side of this little ridge. Now, to give you perspective, this is how close it is to the other area. You can see it from there to this other area I was telling you about. This is the area of the Monroe Truck Trail. This is where victims Jackie Gilliam and Jacqueline Lamp would have been taken down. It's off this trail. Now, I'm not sure if this gate was here at the time. I only heard reports of them breaking off one lock of one gate. However, as you can see, this is a gated road as well. So I'm not sure if maybe this gate wasn't here at all at the time, or what. But they went quite a distance back off of this trail. I'll do another video on this soon, but I just wanted to give you kind of a perspective of how close this turnoff was to the location of where Andrea Hall was. This trail continues back, and keep in mind, in 1979, this was way less brush. This is very thick right now. Back then, these trails were very, very pronounced, as you can see in the photos. It was very obvious. The diversions from the trails, the cutoffs from certain trails up here was very pronounced. Right now it's not. It's very heavily overgrown. See that bit of wall right there? That wall you can see in the aerial photos. You can see that wall from the street. You can see it from here. Okay guys, just wanted to give you more perspective of the area.
You could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstore